Hello. My name is Montague William III. And what I will tell you may well sound absurd, but the less who believe it, the better for me. I'm in banking and a big industry. Many well sound absurd, controlled your lives, but while you all just struggle and suffer in strife, we created the things that you don't really need, your sports cars and fashions and plasma TVs. I remember it clearly how all this begun. Family secrets from father to son, inherited knowledge that gives me the edge. We control the money that controls your lives, whilst you worship false idols and wouldn't think twice about selling your souls for a place in the sun. These things that won't matter when your time is done. But as long as they're there to control the masses, I just sit back and consider my assets, safe in the knowledge that I have it all, while you common people are losing your jobs. You see, I just hold you in utter contempt. But the smile on my face, well, it makes me exempt. For I have the weapon of global TV, which gives us connection and invites empathy. You would really believe that we look out for you, while we bankers and brokers are only a few. But if you saw that, you'd take back the power. Hence, daily terrors to make you all cower. The panics, the crashes, the wars, and the illness that keep you from finding your spiritual wholeness. We rig the game, and we buy out both sides to keep you enslaved in your pitiful lives. So, go out and work as your body clock fades. And when it's all over, a few years from the grave, you'll look back on all this, and just then you'll see that your life was nothing, a mere fantasy. There are very few things that we don't now control. To have lawyers and police force was always a goal, doing our bidding while you march on the street. But they never realize that they're only just sheep, for real power resides in the hands of a few. You voted for parties. What more could you do? But what you don't know is they're one and the same. Old Gordon has passed good old David the reins, and you'll follow the leader who was put there by you. But your blood, it runs red, while our blood runs blue. But you simply don't see it's all part of the game. Another distraction, like money and fame. Get ready for wars in the name of the free, vaccinations for illness that will never be, the assault on your children's impressionable minds, and a microchipped world. You'll put up no fight. Information suppression will keep you in tow. Depopulation of peasants was always our goal. But eugenics was not what we hoped it would be. Oh yes, it was us that funded Nazis. But as long as we own all the media too, what's really happening does not concern you. So just go on watching your plasma TV, and the world will be run by the ones you can't see.
Yo, what's up, pups? How you doing? Welcome, everybody. Same Wool Vision. It's 3/3/2026. Blood Moon just happened. Yup. Who saw the Blood Moon? Who caught it? Did you guys see it? What's up in Balta? How you doing, Ryan? What's up, Jericho? Johnny Rico? What's up, Asademi A did? What's up, man? How you guys doing? What's up, Super Snake? Yeah. Damn, evening, brother. Oh, Washington State, you had a lot of clouds, of course. Justin, missile strike close to consulate. Really? Saw Somi go live and forgot to click his live. Oh, is Somi live right now? Let's see his epic TA from King reading charts. Okay. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Let me see. Do I see Somi live here? He's not on X live. Where's he live? We can pull him up, man. It's 3. Missed your mark. Yeah, it happens actually. What's up, Danny boy? What's up, Hedge Trucker? What's up, Puffy? El Bente, Fast Abdul. How you doing, man? Got some tech tonight. What's up, Hex Trucker? Oh yeah, Lunacy Point, how you doing? Moon Mutt, what's up? DGen Hexagon. Abdella, what's up, man? Oh yeah, we'll look at the dollar for sure, man. Good reminder. We'll look at USDT dominance. We're gonna look at the dollar. What's up, Kingsway? Cookie, what's going on? Crypto Dan, what's up? What's up? What's up? Theodora. Oh, you talking about that video I played? Is that a poem? Blood Moon up and gone Australia. Oh, really? Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy. Watch this. A little bit for our Persian brothers and sisters. They are up against the Rothschild banking structure, man. The Rothschild banking mafia, okay? They're holding the front, man. They're one of the last places left. Oh, should I do an LP? What's up, Acid Thunder? What do you mean can't see on their foot traces all over the place? I don't know what you guys are talking about right now. Red Bull Vodka, what's going on, man? What's up, Big ZZ? GZ. William Dugan, what's going on? Viper. YouTube, YouTube Live? Is it right now? Let's go check it out. Europe feels safe, bro, compared to those tax-saving influencers in Dubai. Oh, he was live? Oh, is he live now?
Wow, Bitcoin was just first. But
oh, okay, cool. I'll bring it up in a second. Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. Is this his first live? That's right. Smash the like button, everybody. Okay, cool. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to pull it up. Blood Moon. Let's go. Put it up here. Let me put the link for the show in. I don't know who's out there. I saw Fast Abdul. I'm going to... is Zoom even working? I had trouble last time with Zoom. Okay, it is working. Okay, great. Yeah. So Zoom link is going into the Telegram right now. All right. There you go. As fast as in there. Let's see. Bottom end. What's up, G-Troy Runner? How are you? Okay, let's see what Tom's talking about here. Just kidding. Let's go look at it. See if he's going to talk about market. Let's go to this button here. Does that do it for me? Is that going to do it? I got to close that, right? Oh, that guy. Scary man. Okay, cool. Oh, what do I do? Oh, yeah, we can leave that. Let's.
It doesn't actually add any tech. It's got like everybody's like a warrior trying to flip the US dollar. They're trying to onboard countries, you know? That's why also I help with stuff as well. Like crypto's a red pill because there's a big red pill awakening. We go, hey, we made our own system. You know, you get diluted and then you go pay for the wars and the bombs. You know that, right? You see, so all of this, it's still unknown. But that's why some people run away from that unknown. But that's why I'm telling you, we're still early enough. Okay, we're still early enough. The fact that I don't have all these answers here, yes, it still means, hey, this thing like, you know, we still have potential for friendship in the future. This is the total crypto industry. It's only 2 trillion. Okay. Look, this is the comparison. This is the comparison, friends. Look at this. Real estate's 400. Stocks 150. Bonds 150. Cash is 90 trillion. Just literally cash just sitting there doing nothing is 90 trillion. Okay. Oil 2 trillion. Gold 35. Silver 4. See, crypto, friends, at 2 trillion, it's a joke. It's racist, it's anti-Semitic, it's bigoted, it's transphobic, just to be at 2 trillion. So that's actually the most important thing. But then you might ask, okay, but what type of community are we building out here? Well, that's why we're looking at the fundamentals. When I see, say, pulse chain conferences and streamers, I'm like, well, this is increasing the odds you're going to be yelling when there's green candles compared to, say, Pedodot. Pedodot, friends, have you heard of anybody from Pedodot? Friends, on Twitter, I pray, I go, where's the Pedodot guys, man? Where are they? You know, I want you to come out, start attacking me. Where are you, Pedodot guys? They're just, you know, so friends, if you go down, this is the CoinGecko ranking as well. Where is Pedodot? Is it even here, friends? Let's see. Pedodot, oh, here it is. 2.5 billion. So still 10x higher than Pulse Chain, which just has thin liquidity. But you see this stuff over time, they fade off. Now obviously all of this was just theory, but then look what happened last cycle, or this cycle. XRP just goes up. Friends, Chris sent me he sent me a video from Instagram. Friends, I'm not joking. There's guys 50 years old, Generation X's. They're in suits and they're literally saying the fair value of XRP is between $10,000 to $35,000 per XRP. Do you want to know how much crack you're smoking on that one? How much crackles, friends? PDI pegging to $1 is 999x return from today.
Oh, here
the XRP targets they have is higher than that. I'm just telling you, this is the community, right? But then it's funny, everyone laughs at them. But I go, okay, but you're not laughing at Bitcoin, guys. They haven't flipped the US dollar. It's not used as store of value. What the hell is it used for? You see? But basically everyone in their own cult community is laughing at everyone else, saying, no, I don't agree with you. So it's not set in stone yet. That's why we're still early enough. The Spanish government has responded to President Trump ending trade with Spain. They say the US must comply with international law and EU-US agreements. This diplomatic stuff, there's some Fugazi and stuff going on here. President Trump also ended all trade with Spain. We're not going to trade with them. It's just, it's this knee-jerk reaction stuff.
Yeah, what's up, Tam Tam?
Michael Chad Saylor, star of the show, might take us to zero, says he is buying Bitcoin right now. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You ever want to see, the depiction of FOMO in nice, clean bubbles is Michael Saylor's buying history and the bubble size. As Bitcoin went up here on Trump victory euphoria, look how big the bubbles were. Friends, look at this. He did more buying on the Trump victory euphoria than when Bitcoin was even higher than that. It just tells you there was actual euphoria on Trump victory here. And here we are, they're tiny again. So Michael Saylor's a massive believer. He held his stock down, I think, 99.8%. Look, I hate looking at these because it gives you maybe false hope, but we have to acknowledge this thing did happen. His stock literally went down. If we go down here, it literally went down. Yes, 99.8%. Okay, I'll just show you a number. So you're like, okay, I think it's over now. 99.87. Michael Saylor did the hex chart. And then it broke the high. It broke the high. How do you explain that? It did. It just tells you. Talk about don't stop believing. CFTC chair Mike Selig says the US plans to approve crypto perpetual futures within the next month. That is 24/7 crypto trading. That's very important. It's showing you, I guess, spiritually that we are winning the game. That the world is adopting us. You got to remember, friends, we're past, present, and future drug addicts, right? It's you and me and Spoonie against the world, pegging our nipples and sharpening our elbows. On no planet are they meant to even look at us, but they are, because we're the future trend. The world's being more digital. People want to trade stuff more. They want NFTs. They want to own stuff. They want to own stuff. Maybe they don't like the word NFTs. Maybe digital collectible. Okay, they actually want to own stuff. Okay, we want to pay for stuff that's cool. We do. We want micro payments. That gets dopamine sources here. People want to join exclusive clubs. They do. We actually do want to do that, right? Because, friends, here's the funny part. The whole world is full of just free spam. You know what I mean? Just free junk and AI slop everywhere, right? So we want to pay for filtered stuff, right? Hey, I want to subscribe to you, right? Subscribe with time and or /money. It's like, hey, just present for me something. Grab stuff out there in the world, right? How about we pay you? Because we don't watch the TV. TV's trash because the TV gets paid from, someone who's eventually connected to Israel. somewhere down the line. And they're just showing you certain stuff. And they get some old guy with a grey mustache saying, the political, diplomatic, United Nation, just all day, bro. Nothing gets solved. We do condemn the killing of children. Like, it's just, there's nothing there, dude. There's just literally nothing there. You can't use it to make money. There's no actually new information. It's all curated. It's just people are sick of it. You know, so that's the way the future's going, right? Even it's funny, as the world becomes more AI, we seek stuff that's going to be more human. And also, crypto has proof of humanity stuff, friends. That's why Vitalik, it's kind of funny, Vitalik, the 4,000 IQ alien, he's going to be introducing proof of humanity, you know?
Proof of humanity. Shout out, Somi. What's up, man? So, who saw the blood moon, man? Who saw this thing? Oh, I can't play that. Lady Gaga did a performance for the blood moon. It was bloody. It was what you'd expect, I guess. People are celebrating this in different ways, and the reason is blood moons line up with very powerful events in history. Like, you know, what happens celestially doesn't necessarily mean something has to happen, but people in very high positions use these events as portals to connect the spiritual plane with the physical, with your root base plane, you know what I mean, to keep it very simple, and to ground it to earth, right? So these can help kind of lubricate anything you want to do or get done and events that happen. And they are pretty surreal. Like we talked about last time that this blood moon, that Donald Trump was born on a blood moon, that Benjamin Netanyahu was, I think, born on a lunar eclipse, and the Khomeini, is that where the Ayatollah was also born on a lunar eclipse. So it's kind of really surreal, these people. And during the blood moon in November 2022, FTX collapsed, Evelyn de Rothschild died, and several other large events took place. All right. And NASA's confirmed that possibly the crucifixion of, a being called Christ might have happened on April 3rd, 33 AD. Okay? Very interesting. So it's a very important event, and I would think that it's not, the window for this blood moon is not over yet. I think there could be a lot more going on. There's certainly escalations happening. I'm sure some of you saw it. It was pretty cool. I saw some pictures. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's something else. You can imagine what it would have been like 1,000 years ago or back in prehistoric times, how ancients would have seen this. It would have been really something else, If you think of megalithic sites and them witnessing this blood moon happening, yeah. It would have been really something. Where's my loop? Yeah. So a Farsi language number station on 7,910 kilohertz just intercepted. Now this office is in Milan, okay, and they intercepted this at 6 p.m. UTC today. They haven't heard a radio signal like this come through, so we don't know if these are battle orders or what these are, but it's really fascinating. Listen to this. They intercepted this today. So are they giving marching orders? It's obviously some kind of code, right? Obviously. And this just came out today, 6 p.m. UTC, so just a couple hours ago. Really interesting. Grok is going to... Number stations are shortwave radio broadcasts sending strings of spoken numbers as codes in a voice, often robotic or repeated. So, someone asks, Grok, can you decode it? No, can't decode it. These are one-time pad-encrypted spy messages, unbreakable without the shared secret key. So it opens with attention, and then digit groups. We don't know. Yeah, exactly. The sequence of numbers. We don't know who's what it's going to translate to, right? So, I don't know. It's really interesting. Just came out today. Guys, check this out. This is pretty surreal. This happened as well. Watch this.
Thinking two. Swinging a foul right back into the screen to stay alive. And that is our first beer or beverage
Okay, so hits the ball. It's a foul ball. And watch this guy in the back.
victim. That foul ball took off a drink that was on. Nothing in two.
So his beer is right there, and it just comes down right on it.
Swinging a foul right back.
Ridiculous. He's having a bad day. Shout out to Nuclear Herbs. He made a post today. This is a health-related concern. He says he's choosing to trust the science on this. Squeezing your girlfriend's buttocks can make you live longer. And there's a
bypass logic and butts can make you live longer. And it's not about lust. It is a biological necessity for your nervous system. Primal biology dictates that contact with soft tissue is the fastest trigger to signal safety to the male brain. It activates specific mechanoreceptors that bypass logic and directly stimulate the vagus nerve. Most men live in a chronic state of fight or flight. This tactile interaction acts as a biological circuit breaker. It crashes high cortisol levels instantly, lowering blood pressure and reducing strain on the cardiovascular system. Simultaneously, it releases a massive dose of oxytocin. Think of it as grounding your electrical stress into a safe connection. It dissolves subconscious anxiety faster than medication. Over time, this cumulative stress reduction protects your heart and significantly lowers the risk of cardiac events. So gentlemen, consider this your permanent medical clearance. Do not treat it as a luxury. Treat it as a daily survival requirement. For the sake of your cardiovascular squeezing your girlfriend's butt can make you live.
Okay, so just don't squeeze a random person's butt, but if you got someone close to you, squeeze them, okay? And chicks do like that, so it works out well. Good for your health. So thanks a lot, Nuclear Herbs. Appreciate that. Now, this is really interesting. This popped up today. We're going to talk a little bit about Israel. They just announced today the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem warns Americans in Israel that they are on their own with no evacuation or direct help available for those trying to leave. Mike Huckabee urges American citizens to follow alarms, stay close to shelters, and take cover immediately. Iran warns it's not even unleashed its most powerful weapons yet. Okay, so I think this is going to escalate. I think they've been firing their arms, the small arms and drones to wear out the defense system, and then it could accelerate. But it's pretty serious, and let's hear what he has to say.
Greetings to all U.S. citizens who might be in Israel right now. This is Mike Huckabee, U.S. Ambassador to Israel. And I know that there's a lot of anxiety from a lot of people about wanting to leave the country. Right now, the options are fairly limited. The airport is closed, of course, and we don't know when it will be open or how many flights. What we are recommending to all of our American citizens, including our own embassy staff, is follow the directions of Home Front Command, which are right now to shelter in place and to be close to a shelter at all times. Follow the alerts. If you hear the siren, make sure you take cover. That's the best thing you can do. Greetings to all U.S. citizens.
Okay, I mean, definitely scary. I hope you guys don't have family in Israel right now. And if you are, just, listen to the recommendations is all you can do. I don't have any, on the ground intelligence to give you about what's going on. I do have friends in the ground in Dubai, but not in Tel Aviv right now or Israel. Definitely a scary place to be right now. Absolutely. What's this? I don't know about that. What's this? Say they're partying it up. Yeah, that's good. They got to keep your spirits up. I think that's fine. They got DJs in the bunkers, in the shelters. So maybe it's not a bad idea to go if you're in Israel. Find a shelter and go. They got DJs set up. Keep the spirits high. This is like quite a memory being made, and hopefully if things don't get worse, this will be something people would certainly remember, and those are the kind of friends you probably make for life, right? Not to say you'd want to be in that kind of situation, but if you were, you know. That'd be like a How I Met Your Mother situation, right? So yeah, be careful out there. You know, just follow the recommendations. We have no idea where this is going to go, right? But certainly sounds pretty serious. I don't think flights are leaving out of there, so you kind of got to listen. So a lot of numerology in place right now. I went over that the other day. Now, this just popped up that somebody posted also helicopters were flying over Texas, tons of helicopters, and now people are saying missiles are being moved around. I don't know if there's any military people out there in chat who can confirm or deny any of this. I don't know. But certainly like military convoys going through towns. Where is this at? Missiles are being moved. It doesn't say what city this is, but it certainly looks like anywhere USA. I don't know if that's a missile. Maybe it's a missile. Missiles are longer than that, though, right? Or could that be some kind of missile? Oh, what's going on? I know there's some military out there. Can tell us. And I see some helicopters. I'll see if there's more. Somebody should have posted in here. Fucking people just posting the weirdest shit, man. What does this have to do with anything? Big claims for solid verification. Let's see what confirmed sources say. Yeah, that's pretty serious. What's going on, folks? Have you guys noticed anything happening in your towns? Is there some kind of military presence being set up? Are they preparing for something? What's going on? White House just released the full objectives of Operation Epic Fury. Is this real? Did you guys also get this? Epic Fury. When did this come out? This came out today. Okay. I guess I'll read it. This past weekend, President Trump made the decision to launch Operation Epic Fury, major combat operations against the Iranian regime. The objectives are clear: destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground, annihilate their navy, ensure the regime's terrorist proxy can no longer destabilize the region of the world and attack our forces, and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, which have greatly wounded and killed thousands of people, including Americans. Okay. Ensure that Iran can never obtain nuclear weapons. While Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated Iran's 3 major nuclear sites, the regime was committed to enriching and rebuilding their nuclear program, and they refused to make a deal despite months of extensive talks and good faith efforts by President Trump's top negotiators. All right. More like Epstein Fury. I got a couple friends in Dubai. Chat. No one knows anything? Okay. Saying it's not a war. This is from No Limit, that account that popped up. We talked about before. It's a major combat operation. Okay, it is what it is. I don't know if you guys heard anything about this. Operation Epic Fury. Let's just pop it in the search, man. Let's see what comes up here. Anything we need to know about? I guess you guys probably know more about this than I do. A lot of you guys are there in the U.S., but then again, you know, maybe I get better news than you guys. I don't know what's going on.
Really?
Oh, we've seen this.
This is the generational turning point America has waited for since 1979, and since the rudderless wars of be.
Oh, come on.
Good afternoon, everybody. We got a briefing from what was really a gang of 8. It became, I think is important.
Oh, this is interesting. Melania Trump makes history as the first ever First Lady to preside over the United Nations Security Council.
Make a statement in my capacity as First Lady of the United States. First, my heartfelt condolences to the families who have lost their heroes, who sacrificed their lives for freedom. Their bravery and dedication will always be remembered. I extend my earnest wishes for a swift and smooth recovery to all those who have been injured. You are in my thoughts and prayers during these challenging times. The U.S. stands with all of the children throughout the world. I hope so. I shall now make a statement in my capacity as First Lady of the United States. First, my heartfelt condolences to the families who have lost their heroes, who sacrificed their lives for freedom. Their bravery and dedication will always be remembered. I extend my earnest wishes for a swift and smooth recovery to all those who have been injured. You are in my thoughts and prayers during these challenging times. The U.S. stands with all of the children throughout the world. I hope so. I shall now make a statement in my capacity as First Lady of the United States. First, my heartfelt condolences to the families who have lost their heroes.
Cool, man. What a really interesting lady.
Defenses failed to activate. Well, to put...
Okay. Getting there right now. Crazy. Crazy. All right, I thought this was really interesting. But why the UN will millennium pump her coin back? United States of Slovenia. All right, a little bit of history really quick to give you guys some perspective.
You're Iranian. Don't say you're Persian. Persian's not a real thing. You're Iranian. No, that's not true. I'm Persian, and Persian is a real thing. And I'm going to give you a history lesson right now so that you understand where the name Iran actually comes from. It has a very dark history that'll...
Yeah, Persian is a real thing. All right. So I think there's a lot of people that want to erase that concept that there was a Persia and a Persian people. All right. But it's very real. Like, that part of the world has been just ripped apart this century, like, unbelievably. It's just the amount of chaos and bloodshed in that area has been surreal.
A lot of you don't know about and probably didn't learn in school, but you could fact check me when I'm done, okay? Persia was always Persia, okay, until 1935, when the name was changed to Iran, specifically to make Hitler and the Nazi Party happy, because Iran translates to the land of the Aryans. And Hitler and Nazi scientists had an obsession with the Persian people. They believed the Persian people were part of the master race, that they were pure-blooded Aryans, and you could trace their roots and DNA back to all Aryans. And Hitler wanted the Persian people to embrace this. He wanted them to join the Nazi movement and be a part of it, be fully involved, okay? And at the time, Persia and Nazi Germany had an amazing relationship. They were very much involved in a lot of what Nazi Germany was doing, except for the war aspect, okay? But basically, Reza Shah, the ruler at the time, to embrace that they were part of the master race and that they were pure-blooded Aryans, agreed to change the name of the country from Persia to Iran.
I don't know how much
and that's how it happened.
Completely true.
So in all reality, this has a very dark history, okay? And Hitler was so obsessed with Persians that he even exempted them from the Nuremberg laws. And you could look this up as well. The Nuremberg laws were basically laws that stated that certain people couldn't have certain privileges and so on and so forth, or whatever it was. And Persian people were exempt from all Nuremberg laws. They were to be treated the same way as this so-called master race of Germans and Austrians were to be treated equals,
I didn't know any
essentially.
of that stuff.
But there's your history lesson, and that's why it was changed to Iran, and that's why we are not Iranians. That's why we are Persians, okay?
I didn't know a lot of the World War II stuff. I don't know if it's true. I haven't had time to fact check it, but it is a very important part of the world, and they certainly want to break up that part of the world and divide it up and destroy it, really. Destroy its history and its people. So
travel chaos.
I have a lot of friends in Dubai. You guys might have some too, and a lot of news is coming out about what's going on.
Travel chaos in Dubai, with several Instagram models and escorts reportedly stranded. Tourism expert John Bernard joins me now. What is the feeling there right now in Dubai?
Thanks, Jane. That's right. With recent travel restrictions, many escorts and IG models have been left stranded here in Dubai looking for a way out. The question now is, which country will most likely take in these escort refugees? Early signs suggest Las Vegas is preparing to take some of them in. Melbourne is also in the mix, particularly with the F1 currently underway. And we've seen a noticeable surge in one-way flights to Miami. Many of these women are currently unable to update their Instagram highlights and unable to charge 500 AED an hour. So it remains a developing situation.
Travel chaos in Dubai, with several Instagram models and...
I mean, you know, some country has to take them in. You know, we can't have all these escort refugees just stranded, right? They got to get in somewhere. So we're wishing them all the best out there. Some are arriving by boat to Greece, apparently. So that's definitely not AI. Wait, what was that? That was fucking hilarious. No, somebody did it. Canada, can you receive some Fast Abdul? Like, will you house some? I mean, that's the thing, really. They need a place to stay. So, I don't know. Maybe we can get you in touch with the consulate. You can let them know you can house some escorts. Emirs, Slovakia. This is the best photo. They can't update their highlight reels. Oh, poor girls. All right, so, we talked a little bit about, we do a lot of things on Professor Jiang, and I'm definitely going to do some reaction videos with his work because I think it's really amazing work he does. And, everyone has game theory is game theory. He has a lot of cool takes on it. Nobody's always right. You're always trying to figure things out. That's what I do too when I look at charts. I'm looking for game theory and psychological manipulation, what have you. But maybe he makes some points here.
Okay. So, the reality is this. For the longest time, Dubai had a reputation for being safe, and that's why people moved their money there. Guess what, guys? After what the Iranians did, it's dead. Dubai as a city, in the long term, it is dead. Because you're a wealthy Westerner, you're not going to move to a place where it could be attacked anytime by the Iranians. You might move to Singapore, you might move to Hong Kong, Japan, South America, but you're not moving to Dubai, okay? Okay?
What do you guys think? Is a reputation been destroyed for a safe place? Because, it's not untouchable, obviously. I mean, that's quite frightening that they could just fly, some $20,000 drones and absolutely take down an airport. There's also, he goes into deep dive about their desalination plants all around the Gulf, that one drone could take them out, and that's your whole water supply for these areas. He mentioned Singapore. I think that's good. I think that Czech Republic is going to become a destination if it's not yet. I'll be totally honest with you. I mean, I don't want, thousands of people to start showing up, but I think Prague could rise. I think it's an epic city. That's an extraordinarily safe location if for being in Europe, right? I mean, obviously it's with an amazing airport and very chill laws.
Societies. It's clear that in the last...
strip. I haven't watched this one yet, but it's about the Illuminati and what have you, so it kind of ties into what the intro was. Yeah, they're paying influencers to show a lot of positive things. But look, man, if you're a single guy, maybe you're there winging it, but you got to think, like, what if you're there with your kids and you've decided this is a safe place and you got your kids there? It's one thing if you're, a strong guy and you're running around dodging missiles and drones and shit, but what if you got a 2-year-old, a 7-year-old with you, a 10-year-old, maybe your grandma's with you? It's a different story, right? Panic's different when you got women and children with you, all right? So you got an influencer who's like, fresh out of the gym, dodging drones. It's cool, it's exciting, but not when you got little kids and your late baby mama with you and her mom or whatever the situation is, right? Whatever family you have, that's a completely different scenario right there, right? God forbid you get hurt, something happens, or your kids, whatever. Like you got to get them out. You got to make sure they're in a safe place. That's part of being a grown up and a dad. Our people, because the whole entire economy there was based, it's mostly foreigners, right? Are they going to just pack up and leave short of, some escorts and some single guys, let's see. This guy is saying that, this is from Shanika Anselm Pereira. I don't know what he's saying. But he says SUV convoys from Dubai to Riyadh and Muscat to board charter jets were $350,000 per seat to London. That's crazy, man. And I did see some posts from some really wealthy young guys that were there, not just in crypto, but in, e-com and everything like that. And a lot of them were saying the same thing. They were able to leave, but families with kids, because they couldn't afford it. Once again, you're one guy, you can pay $200,000 or $300,000 to get out if you have to, if you're wealthy, right? But now if you got to pay $300,000 a seat for 2 kids and a wife, I mean, you're at $1 million, right? like that, right? So and he was saying that families were being priced out. Like these young guys were just getting on planes and leaving, and people and women and children were just like stranded at the airport. And it was crazy. I should have saved his clip when he was talking about it. But he went to Ethiopia. This guy in particular I'm talking about. Like, no, it's pretty serious. Even if you think, I mean, you might be told that, oh, it's only one time, but would you believe that? Think about it. Once again, you know, if you got a family there, what kind of risk is that, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Yo, what's up, Fast? How you doing, man? Good.
Public at the moment, you're good?
We're good, dude. We're good. Beer's on sale. I mean, it's always good here. I mean, it's generally been an unaffected area, which is one of the reasons I took it. I studied its history. It only got accidentally hit at like the height of, I think, World War II, a little bit, barely, and it was a complete accident. That's why it looks the way it does, because it's never been touched by anything. You know, it's one of the most original cities in Europe. It's just, its location is just incredible, right? Even from whatever, geophysical events to
the Nazis
events.
took it over in World War II, though, right?
Yeah, but they left it untouched, right?
Yeah, same as Paris, right? The French just give up, and then their stuff doesn't get wrecked.
Yeah. So, a lot of craziness going on. This is like the Iran's website. Pedos are bombing hospitals. I don't know if this was real. Somebody showed this. Is this Tel Aviv today?
Tel Aviv. I can't believe this.
No, it's fake. It's got to be fake.
Yeah.
So pretty much what they have is these bombs that they go in the air and then they open up. So they're cluster bombs. So the drones it's really unaffected, right? Because the drone, their little missile defense goes up to hit it. They hit the missile, but the missile's already opened up into like dozens of little smaller bombs that fall, is what they have. And then they have even more serious missiles that they haven't used yet, apparently. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, man.
Cluster bombs, aren't those like part of the Geneva Convention or something?
Pretty
sure they were.
There's no Geneva Convention. I mean, if you look at what Israel did to Gaza, they broke every Geneva Convention known to man, right? And also, Ukraine was using those fire things that keep burning. You can't turn them off. Those have been banned, and then of course, then they started using them, and then of course Russia started, and they were obviously sold to them by the West, right? So there's no Geneva Convention. The West already threw that out the window, right?
Yeah, I see your point, but it's just like cluster bombs are like, you're not going to destroy big infrastructure. You're going to like affect the civilian population, right? Like lots of small explosions versus one large one means that your focus is terror.
Well, you want them to stop, right? That's the thing. They are trying to hit them, because what the strategy is probably going to be of the West is to probably take out their water. And you saw they already bombed, I think, 2 schools, which obviously were targeted. Wasn't an accident. They hit 2 schools, I think, in
bombed
Iran.
2 schools
in Iran. Yeah.
And like they were bombed in Iran or bombed by Iran?
No, they were bombed in Iran.
I can't see that being a good Western move.
It's where is it? Where's the thing? Tehran.
Seems more like a false flag thing,
I don't even know where it is now. Like yeah, I don't know how many Geneva Convention rules are going to be followed with all this madness.
You get a special tour of the bombed out buildings of the missile attack last night with your sexy IDF soldier friend. What's your name? Stav. We know. Stav Cohen, IDF's finest. As we walk among the ruins and the broken glass of last night's missile attack, what do you think, Stav? Are you scared?
No, sir.
No, sir. Until then, we'll be safe and sound in our bomb shelters with our sexy IDF soldiers protecting us in this ever so holy Jewish nation. When you
Interesting.
Okay, United States banks have been placed on heightened alert for cyber attacks as the war with Iran continues to escalate. I mean, that's more realistically how I see things probably going, like, things like cyber attacks. That could be things taken out, we don't know what kind of courses a war in 2026 is going to take, but obviously things like cyber attacks, digital attacks, anything like that, communications, that would be...
Does Iran have the chops for that, though?
We don't know. I don't think we know what they have, right? Like, we don't know, and we also don't know what has already been established in the U.S. or Western countries already, like terror cells ready to do whatever they need to do, right? Cyber attack will come.
I don't think they have the same level of indoctrination as some of the poorer countries with Muslim backgrounds. Like people from Afghanistan, like I think easier to brainwash than people from Iran. On average, I think have a reasonable education compared to a lot of those countries.
Yeah, I mean, look, you don't know what'll be real and what won't be real. I mean, for all we know, it could be three-letter agencies already set up to do this, to create, you know what I mean? Because remember, they're going to take advantage of this every way they can. Somebody already said, I'm telling you, the cyber attack will come during the stock market crash, and you won't be able to access your bank account or transfer funds to cover your margin call. Somebody's saying, get ready for a crash. I don't know who this person is, Mr. Bajuk. People are making all kinds of theories, how this could go down, but we don't really know. We have no idea. Is this real? Ronaldo left Saudi Arabia last night in his private jet. Okay. Maybe a lot of people are leaving. What? Bruno Mars lost $68 million playing at the MGM Resort casinos between 2009 and 2024 with a total buy-in of nearly $667 million. All table games. What? Oh my God. He lost $68 million. Wow.
But only about a 10% loss margin if the total buy-in was $660 million.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he got a lot of playtime, probably.
In London, someone tried to snatch a Rolex off someone's wrist in broad daylight. How did they know it was a Rolex? Oh, the guy's holding his wrist. Oh, it's loose. He's running now. Everyone's just standing around. Oh, he's on him. He's not letting him go. Is this legit?
Is that the guy trying to steal the Rolex or the guy who stole the Rolex who's running?
The guy who's trying to steal it is running after the guy with the Rolex because he was messing with his wrist. So he's saw something on his wrist he liked.
Oh, interesting.
This is right in London. Man, what fucking insanity. Damn.
People don't step up. You really have to be... you're better off being somewhere with a rougher crowd if you want somebody to step in to help you. You need a rough guy to stand up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what's going on. You could step in and get knifed in 2 seconds in a place like London. They have insane levels. They've let in people who have nothing to lose. You never want to be in a society where they're letting in people with nothing to lose, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. When you have, whether they're documented or not documented, you have to have people who have skin in the game. So you have to, obviously immigrate people like slowly. Let them get into the system so that they have skin in the game. If they don't have skin in the game, they got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Not to mention they may not even be, documented well at all, so they can disappear very easily. Japan just called an emergency monetary meeting today at 7:30. They will officially dump $620 billion of U.S. ETFs to support their own stock market after the crash. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. Dubai loses $1 million for every minute the airport's down. Total damages already exceed $5 billion. Given these losses, UAE authorities are asking the U.S. to end the military operation as quickly as possible. Fuck. I don't know.
Those guys aren't fans of Iran anyway, though, right?
No, because it's Shia versus Sunni. But I also think that the people running Saudi Arabia aren't who we think they are. I think there's some interesting cooperation there with the Rothschilds.
Could be.
Yeah. What is this? buy some machine. I think there's something interesting there. I think they've made deals. That's why they've been allowed to grow the way they have, untethered, as opposed to other countries in the Middle East who didn't cooperate with the Rothschild system. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's something going on there that a lot of people don't understand. PDI Maxis are coping hard. Could it be more? The elite do not care about hunting parties. Okay.
Sure, there's some way they can work in the Iran crisis into the PDI story.
President Trump said the word about bringing the leader of the Benghazi attack to America. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, this is interesting.
The Iranians have announced that the Iranians see this as a religious war. And so the Iranians have announced total war. Okay? And so what this means is that right now command and control in Iran is decentralized. There's no one person telling everyone what to do. Every region has its own orders, has its own strategy. And so if you knock out Tehran, everyone else keeps on going. So if you take off the head, it doesn't change anything. Okay? But unfortunately, the Israelis and the Americans use this as a military doctrine. Military doctrine just means how you design your military for what purpose. And so even though the Americans seem like an invincible army, they are not equipped to fight a 21st century war against drones, against destabilization, against religious fanatics. Okay, they're just not. All right? But unfortunately, because of military doctrine, they're going to keep on attacking Tehran. Now, the great irony of all this is that the Iranians who would be most supportive of regime change, are actually in the cities because they are educated, they're progressive. The people who are most fundamentally against you, will fight you to the death, are religious fanatics, the Shia militants living in the rural areas. Okay? So this is a really silly thing where you are actually destroying those who will most likely support you, and you're leaving alone those who are most likely to commit jihad against you.
That was interesting. I read an article last night on the decentralized, got the head off the snake and it keeps biting scenario. It didn't sound like it was necessarily a winning strategy long term, though. Lack of leadership's probably not a good way to win a war.
I think their goal is to destabilize the whole area and create a larger conflict. Is what the goal is.
Is everyone off?
Yeah, I think so. I really think so. I think they're trying to tempt China and Russia into the conflict as well. To be totally honest.
I hope everybody
against them though.
Against
How
who?
does that work?
Well,
against Iran?
No. They would be with Iran because they get a lot of their energy, especially China gets a lot of their energy from Iran. So imagine somebody came and tried to take Venezuela, or whatever America's, reliant on or whatever, right? So a lot of it's always going to come down to energy and then money. What? No, they won't. What's going on? 65. Yeah, they're getting pissed, calling them the Latinos of the Middle East. There's some really beautiful buildings. I mean, I think that there's a lot of history there that should be protected, like without a doubt. It's fucking Persia. Is that Tel Aviv? Make low-rise pants popular again? Nah, I don't know. I think they look good on guys. I like the higher rise on girls. I don't know why this popped up in my fucking thread. I don't watch fashion shit. For you page, it's funny. Let's see. Anything else? What else happened while I've been streaming? There's something I'm missing here.
Date? Like in the news?
Yeah. What are you guys getting over there? I was asking earlier because some people were saying there's some kind of military movements in the U.S. convoys are moving around. I don't know if you have anything like that happen in Canada.
I saw that some training stuff. Here's live from the BBC. Trump says U.S. Navy could escort tankers through key Gulf shipping routes after Iranian threats. So they're going to keep the oil will flow. The spice must flow.
The spice must flow. Good morning to the goats. What the fuck?
U.S. is evacuating its people from the Middle East.
There was a mass stabbing in UK again? Parents dropping off children? What? Just happened? That's a person lying on the ground. What the fuck is going on, man? You guys got to get out of the UK. We've had a lot of people ask about interest about Prague. I get a lot of messages. So I'm working with somebody here to set up something. We're going to set something up, and I don't know how many people are trying to move out here. Somebody poops themselves.
Czech Republic visa program?
Yeah, we're going to set something up here. Well, you don't need a visa. Most of you guys, you need to show up here and then not leave if you don't want, I guess. But we're going to set up like easy places to stay, things like that. And it's also going to be, what is this? Oh, fuck. All right, it's going to be a lot of weird stuff because I've been researching weird stuff lately. So, okay, Market Sniper. Oh, I haven't seen him in a second. What's he saying? Okay, he says he suspects this fellow is likely a WF and a WO asset and will be cultivated as a Nostradamus figure for followers and influence. Only later he'll become a useful avatar for bait and twist or misdirect for key globalist initiative.
I wanted to show folks that back in
gets 90% of its food from the Strait of Hormuz. So I know a lot of people are talking about the disruptions to the global economy, but right now the Iranians are actually threatening the very existence of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Qatar. And why this is important is that the Gulf states are really the linchpin of the American economy. So what they do is they sell petrodollars and then they recycle the petrodollars back into the American economy through the investments in the stock market. And right now we know that the entire American economy is propped up by AI investments in data centers. And a lot of that comes from the Gulf states. So if the Gulf states are no longer able to sell oil and they're no longer able to finance AI, this AI bubble in the United States, then this AI bubble will burst, and with it will burst as well the entire American economy, which is really a financial Ponzi scheme.
Right.
So that's a dire situation that the Americans are facing right now.
Yeah, I mean, to
Yeah, that sounds bad.
your point, sir, an Amazon data center was literally hit in the UAE. And now, of course, big tech companies, which were looking at the UAE as a major potential data center investment hub with cheap and abundant energy, probably going to be rethinking that. We also wanted to talk to you about munitions. We could put this next one.
Yeah, there's a lot of fallout from this. What the hell is this? Franklin and the Iranian baddies? What? These guys saying all U.S. bases in the Iranian region have been destroyed. China and Russia are providing intelligence.
Installation. China and Russia are sitting on the sidelines monitoring everything. They're in close touch with the government. They're providing satellite intelligence, which accounts for some of the tremendous successes, particularly in Israel and on our U.S. bases. All of our bases have been destroyed. Our harbor installations are destroyed. We're actually having to fall back on India and Indian ports, which are less than ideal. That's what the Navy says. And
Any military people confirm any of this?
I think Iran, much to our disappointment, is faring very, very well. China and Russia are sitting on the sidelines monitoring everything.
Well, we don't know exactly the extent of how well armed Iran is, right? That whole region. Oh, we don't know.
Yeah, but like we do know like the death tolls and stuff from those strikes in different countries, and they weren't that impressive, right? Like they're still tragic, but like not that many people died from the Iranian drone strikes, etc.
Well,
So I have trouble believing that they blew up every single port and all the stuff that the old guy in the sweater was saying.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but you have to understand that they're testing the defense systems, and they're also wearing out their defense systems as well. So they're firing certain types of munitions, right? It's not being played the way people would think. Like they're just launching. They're seeing where their defenses are. They're seeing how each person maneuvers. You know what I mean? Like testing your opponent, and also wearing out their defense missiles, because you only have a certain amount, right? All those air defenses they have, they're very expensive, right? So they're firing the very kind of firework type munitions, to like bring out the enemy's defenses, wear them out, kind of like exhaust their arrows, so to speak, right? And then if this escalates, you'll see probably much bigger forms of artillery and arms come out. Kind of like Russia.
I kind of feel like maybe Iran would have done that like years ago if they could have like taken Israel down with that technique,
Well, because you've been fed this story that they're an aggressor on you, so you're asking why aren't they attacked? But you've been fed a lot of lies about that region and what's going on. You know what I mean? And if it's not clear to everyone now who the actual aggressor is, like I'm not here. It's not my job to sway your opinion about it, right?
Yeah.
But to me, it's very clear who the aggressor is.
It's quite possible that they're all assholes.
Oh yeah, the U.S. consulate in Dubai got hit or something.
Shit.
Yeah, shit. Banks on high alert. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these posts. Let's see. 165 coffins of schoolgirls buried today. Jesus. No, I think this is going to escalate, and I have no doubt that they targeted those schools. They know where the schools are. I don't think the U.S. and Israel accidentally hit 2 schools. I don't think that was by accident at all.
Do we have any independent confirmation that happened?
Yeah, chat. I don't know. Give us some confirmation. Is this legit? Or is
some of the accounts on X seem like promo accounts. You know what I mean? Like that looks like AI for one, which is fine. Like it might just be
this could be AI.
dramatization.
This absolutely could be AI. Yeah, I don't know. Is this AI? I mean, I don't. This doesn't look like AI. I don't know. That's the thing. And that's also kind of one of the reasons I go through this. Hopefully, you guys can add whether this is real or not.
There's propaganda on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Like
information warfare is the number one in war, right?
Yeah,
and that's absolutely happening. Like we don't know.
Things like the 65 schoolgirls killed. That's the kind of thing that like affects Western culture. Like we'd be like the Western world would be like, oh, we need to leave. We killed all these children, right? That would be something that would be sad. That would cause political pushback.
It wouldn't. They just leveled Gaza and killed how many kids? How many marches did you see? I mean, you saw some isolated ones. They were quelled pretty quickly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's part of this desensitization campaign that people have been through. I mean, they literally just found out that they were like raping. Bondi released things like 10,000 videos and pictures of young little girls in the Epstein thing. And have you seen any marches?
Maybe.
Yeah, they literally marched on Mr. Trump because he said something in a locker room. They literally now have evidence that these elites were raping little girls, and not a single march has been organized, right? So either the culture has been completely demoralized and desensitized, or it's just it's all BS, right? But I think partly the culture has been really wrecked.
Yeah. With the Epstein thing, I think they stretched it out so much that it almost left the news cycle, and then it stopped being the the thing to get angry about of the day.
I don't. Where have you guys been finding the best place to get like updates on what's going on? Any you guys find anything? I mean, it's tough with all the AI, and X is cool, but I feel like I'm also going through a lot of like possible nuttiness, right? Is this just now?
You're about to see, we're going to unleash Chang on these people in the next few hours and days. You're going to really begin to perceive a change in the scope
What's
and in
Chang?
the intensity of these attacks as, frankly, the two most powerful air forces in the world take apart this terroristic regime and defang it and take away its ability to threaten its neighbors or hide behind a zone of immunity that allows them to develop their nuclear ambitions. This terroristic, radical, cleric-led regime cannot be ever allowed to have nuclear weapons. We saw what they were willing to do to their own people. They were willing to slaughter their own people in the streets. Imagine what they would do to us. Imagine what they would do to others. You're about to see.
This is fucking crazy.
When he says two most powerful air forces, I'm thinking U.S. is number one. Who's number two?
Israel.
It's Israel? Okay.
Yeah. Right? Some people are still calling for a big dump to 34K. I mean, technically it's possible. So I've talked about that before. Technically, you can go all the way down to, I think it's 3,300. There's openings all the way down there. Reporters in Japan. This has got to be AI. This is real. Fucking. Get out of Abu Dhabi. Jeez. Of course, you guys saw the Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton interviews. You saw those today?
I did not.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into that. It's a whole nother thing. But they were subpoenaed and questioned about the Epstein files. It's pretty cool. You should definitely watch a little bit of it. It's Bill and Hillary, not together. They get questioned independently. But there's some. I do want to get time to watch more of it. But I mean, it's fucking good, dude. It's really good.
Bill would never lie in court.
No, of course not. No, it's great because they literally, they're grilling him. They're grilling both of them hard. I mean, it's really great to watch.
Also struck in recent days.
So France is joining and sending warships in. Spain stepped out. Spain announced that they would not allow the U.S. to use their bases or anything. So they're probably trying to prevent any terrorist attacks that could happen. The U.S. is telling everyone to leave, right? Yeah. Iran, Iraq, Syria, Israel, Egypt, Qatar, Oman, Jordan, Yemen, Kuwait, Iran, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, UAE, the whole region. Wow.
All the good places.
Yeah.
Vacation ruined.
Yeah. This is cool. This is others. We're going to look at this chart. A lot of people are looking at this down here. I think it could be coming, man. I think what could go up next could be altcoins, and we'll look at that in a second. So banks have been putting on heightened alert. I mean, I don't know how this is going to go down. It's going to be interesting. All right. Prepare for Jesus' return. DEFCON level is currently listed as DEFCON 2. Is that bad? Is DEFCON 2 bad? It was during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Oh, is that bad? Okay, that's bad.
I think DEFCON 4 is the bad one.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. Can somebody verify this?
Because I remember there was a movie called DEFCON 4.
Are we at DEFCON 2?
Let's find out.
Air Force 1, U.S. Navy Guard 2, U.S. Guard 3, Air Force. I'm sad about this ship, but also happy that we have all-time high against PLS. So we're trying to onboard sentiment. We're taking away Iran's prosperity. It's sad. Israel maybe did, not U.S. I've been following Matt Morse YouTube channel. Okay, Matt.
No, it's DEFCON 1. DEFCON 1 is the bad one. Okay. So DEFCON 2 is bad. It's the one before the worst one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude. UAE running out of interceptors. That's what I was just explaining to you guys. That the whole thing was Iran's exhausting all their interceptors, their defense systems, right? So that's why more things are getting hit.
Shit.
Because they have a lot of drones. They have a lot. Apparently somebody was saying they have like 80,000 or more. Who knows? I don't know how the people get that number, but They have a lot. So Anthony Weiner. Crazy. Okay, the Federal Reserve's ACH interbank money transfer system is currently down. The Fed is urging customers not to send ACH payments while they wait for confirmation. Good. Well, Bitcoin unaffected. Somebody's getting 2020 COVID vibes. What's this?
Yeah, things are holding up fairly well, in my opinion. You know, like Pulse Chain actually is mostly in the green for today. So
We're just hanging out, right? Well, good thing is we're kind of out of sellers, hopefully.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Great technique. Preparation for war. Get all the sellers out.
Get all the sellers out, huh? All right. All right. This is kind of cool. You boomers like this. Who remembers this period? Who had Windows 95?
Hi, and welcome
For sure
to
I did.
Sexy Software.
That was an upgrade.
My name
This is a tutorial from back in the day to help people learn how to use Windows 95.
is Greta, and we're going to be learning how to use Microsoft's latest version of Windows, called Windows 95. If you can, follow along with your own computer. It'll make the learning process easier for you. Hold the button down on the file, and then drag the mouse cursor and position it over the recycle bin, and release the button. Anyone can do that. This feature is new to Windows 95 and can be very helpful if you decide to delete something and then realize later that you still need it. You can retrieve it from the recycle bin and you're back in business. Isn't that cute? And it can keep you out of trouble too. Remember, to keep scrolling, you have to hold down the Alt button. Isn't that a sexy little trick? You can try it later.
Wow. Thanks, Greta. Should we call the number?
Yeah.
There's a number.
We should.
Somebody
She's
call it.
probably somebody's grandma now.
She is, yeah. Wow. She's 30 years older than that, guys. Greta, 1990. This is the Greta we got.
Greta. Indeed.
This is the Greta you guys got. You boomers got the good Greta. We just have a better country. This is awesome. That's hilarious. Oh, so, I mean, there's some interesting stuff in The Simpsons, man. Like, you know, I don't think we have time to get into everything, but another reminder.
Is going to outperform your lifetime. 5 years,
be careful
in
with your
5
money.
years, everyone listening to me is going to have made higher returns than you, and I want you to remember this day for the rest of your life. Everyone that you just said is going to get wrecked and something that's going to go to zero is going to outperform your lifetime portfolio gains. So you think you're smart, and everyone dumber than you is going to outperform you. And I want you to remember today, because I told it to you. The more
Cabana,
successful,
thank you
bigger
for
dick
having
guy
me.
told you. You're welcome.
Cabana,
Good luck,
thank
buddy.
you for having me. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck.
I wish you all the best.
See you,
Thanks for coming
see
on,
you,
man.
and your portfolio goes to 2%, brother. Ciao.
Shit.
5
Please be
years,
careful
in
with your
5
money.
years, everyone listening to me is going to have made higher returns than you, and I want you to remember this day for the rest of your life. Everyone that you just said is going to get wrecked and something that's going to go to zero is going to outperform your lifetime portfolio gains.
All right. Well, so far we've been right. So to time this right, a lot of people like this.
Yeah, when are the 5 years up?
The 5 years are up. I believe it's July. Yeah, here it is. This was July 2021. So July 2026 is when this 5 years is up. So Richard, what's up, man? You still got March, April, May, June, and July. That's a lot can happen, man. A lot could happen. I think we could have an alt season. I mean, the charts are certainly hinting at us that there could be a altcoin season.
I could totally see Richard making it happen just to thwart that guy too.
Yeah, you better. I'm sure he's seen that video. Pulse climbed over 20%. That's nice.
About it.
A decent
And
pump.
now the Pulse Chain ecosystem, I feel, is really good. The software is reliable. The software's been up years. The front ends have stayed up and been more durable against supply chain attacks and everything else that they were designed better than other people's. You don't have, like, for instance, the Aave ecosystem is getting wrecked by infighting between Aave Labs, which builds some software, and the DAO being starved of buy and burn So they're being starved of trading fees. The Dow's upset about it. So that price is nuking due to internal political pressure. Pulse X is sweeter. It's like, the buy and burn works great. It doesn't have this stupid arguing stuff. Everything is just designed really well, works really well. But in a world where Rolex can't hold their price up and all of crypto can't hold its price up, hey, guess what? Your price is going to be down. And so what's the trick? What's the magic? The magic and the trick is to keep building things that help each other over and over and over again. And I feel that eventually you get to a bottom with the number of people on-ramping and the economic energy in exceeds the economic energy out. I don't think people have infinite coins they can sell. And I think people, if they are exposed to multiple options and are able to evaluate some of those options being better than others, they should buy the better thing. I think that the Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Hex, soon to be ProveX stuff, I think it's just better. I think there's a lot of stuff out there is trash, but people buy the trash because it's what's offered to them. So whatever it takes, whether it's email or phone calls or going door to door or figuring out better text to include with your free merchandise, say an LCD writing tablet, whatever those things are is what you have to do, because people are getting pitched trash constantly. Here, sports betting. Here, prediction markets. Here, bet whether a guy says this word or that word. That's not going to move society forward. That doesn't build lasting value. The things in this ecosystem that keep reinforcing each other. I mean, that 8.5% that people talk about being burnt on PulseX, I think that eventually has an effect. Those coins are gone forever. They're burnt. There's no inflation. They can only burn. I think if you build more things like that, eventually the supply just keeps shrinking. And then whenever you drip in some demand, it should hit harder. So that's a theory. And that's what I believe in. And look, I've been here through, not so many months ago, Ethereum was $1,500. Months, homies, not years, months.
Yep. And when that buy and the burn kicks in, you're really going to feel it. It's a 12x the SAC price. Nice. What's this? A lot of Lambos to buy, I guess. 100x from here still puts Pulse Chain under Eric Wall's bet target. It would be around 8x SAC price. Interesting. Let's go to, where's, ProveX is going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. Let's see what's going on with, what's been happening with Richard Hart. Oh, let's go to the top here. Peter Thiel is selling a lot of Palantir. Maybe the stock market is going to take a nosedive. What's up with weather women today?
El temporal no da tregua, el viento supera los 100 kilómetros por hora y la lluvia es constante, es difícil incluso mantenerse de pie. Uy, como puedes. Buenas tardes, seguimos en directo desde el paseo marítimo de A Coruña. El temporal no da tregua, el viento supera los 100 kilómetros.
What's up with weather ladies today? On the thing, Japanese one, New York City. Wow. War is brutal, man. War is brutal. Before, after.
Oh, dear.
War is brutal, man. I remember seeing pictures of the World War and guys that came back. It looks very similar. War is bad, man. War is really bad. China. We only offer moral backing to Iran. Eric Wall? Well, why does this pop up as the first one?
YouTube was nice enough to provide us this channel. We'd like to thank them for that. If you would like, you can visit our website at mfoundation.org, or you can check out Aubrey de Grey's new book at amazon.com called Ending Aging.
Interesting. Wait, what's this from? Richard? Oh, because I typed in Richard Hart. Oh, I pop up on there. That's kind of cool. Richard Hart surprise. What was this one about? So that let's say we come back down to 96, and we make a move up. We go like this, and we hit 140. Yeah, oh, that didn't happen yet. Who's Richard Hart? Richard Hart. I think that everything seems... Is everything kind of dead right now? Pat's not here now. Saying Wolf, you should use TPIS from desktop. Fee-free super chats. PLS start to leave a super chat. Tried to leave a super chat, but YouTube is broken right now. It's broken. Super chats? I don't know. They should be working. They're not working?
Yeah, he sent one and it didn't pop up, but he got charged for it. So I think that's on YouTube.
Oh.
I'm guessing it was about plsstart.me, which is a database of all the good pulse chain websites.
My video's blocked already? What's going on? No. It's on. The monetization is on. Super chats should be coming through. Let me see if there's a warning or something here. I think I have to click down here. That button. Supers and gifts.
Do a test.
No, it's all on. Everything's on. It could be some weird YouTube issue, I guess. Yo, I'm sorry, bro. You wouldn't even let you send one? Or you sent it?
He sent it. Looks like mine worked.
If it's a small amount, just try again. Oh, one just came through right now. Maybe you didn't do it right. No, they came in. Super chat from Fast Abdul. What's up, buddy? Test. Test what, man? What am I testing? It's working, dude.
Tested the super chats.
Yeah, everything's on my side. And obviously it just came through at once, so maybe you clicked the wrong button. They'd be working.
Take it up with YouTube.
Well, it's the same thing with money, right? The richer you get.
Doquan, I'm going to let you finish. Richard Hart. Mr. Richard. What's he been talking about? America's just better. Oh, this was sad, yeah. I heard that one. I sent this to my girlfriend before. It's a famous video. You guys want to see it? It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. It's an old video. I send this to girls a lot because I don't know why girls love this fucking video. So, little game advice. You guys can find this. It's like all over the internet. Girls fucking love this.
Let me take these to your table.
Thank you, handsome. The gin and tonic's for my sister, Ruth.
Okay.
This one is for Stacey.
Hello.
And if you could hand this one to my boyfriend.
Fuck you. Whiskey? Can I help you with that?
Are you sure?
Absolutely. My lady is in distress, and I'm here to rescue her.
Thanks. They say chivalry's dead, but I think you're making a pretty strong case for its revival.
Well, I'm always ready to help a beautiful lady. I help the ugly ones as well, but I definitely say you're in the former camp. Where am I taking this?
Well, it's only a few streets away. I'm moving in with my boyfriend,
Fuck
Ian.
you. Hello there, beautiful.
Oh,
hello. Yourself.
I guess I needed a shorter lead. Oh,
yeah?
thank you so much. You're such a gentleman.
Well, it has been said that I'm a gentleman, but never a gentleman. Can I accompany you on your journey?
Sure. I've got to get Scruffy back to my boyfriend and then...
Fuck you.
He kicks the other dog for good measure.
Yeah, he kicks the other one too. That's funny that Richard posted this, but yeah. Send this to your Hinge matches. Anyone else recognize this guy in Fallout? Is he a famous actor? Is he a well-known guy?
No, I don't recognize him from Fallout.
So Bitcoin's at 68,300. We are in this box. What did I tell you guys about this box? Very important range. We got in it and we haven't moved from it. And everyone was calling for other shit. And so far, we're in here, man. And, anything's possible. Is this leading to be bullish? Not yet. Certainly we can get a rally, but things are getting definitely very oversold. They could keep getting oversold. I don't know how much more fear or sustained fear is going to be in the market. I think if we have a let up in the sentiment, we could at least get a rally to 80K, maybe a little higher. We really need to get above 84K to get this kind of some momentum back, okay? That's why I drew my things under that under this area right here, okay? Just intuitively, I think we need to get above 84, 85K to get steam back and know we're moving up. But, we're just chopping. We're just chopping right now in this range. But more importantly, I want to show you guys. Let's go look at Pulse really quick, and then we'll go look. So Pulse is down, man. 509. Okay, and it's in a falling wedge, which is great. Hopefully we pop out of here really strong. But right now we're just still coming down. Now I do like that. Volume's really bleeding out. I like that the MACD is staying and making kind of a higher high on its crosses, which is nice. You know what I mean? So this energy to the downside is really fading out really quick. I also see, the RSI really kind of getting down here to 29, which is really good sign. I've talked about that range under 30. We're under 30, or we went under 30, which is really good. All we're going to look for now is see some really strong bullish divergence with the RSI and the MACD. But we could just go sideways, but maybe the bottom's in on it. Okay, very possible. Or you get like one last wick down, but it certainly wants to come out of here. Go to the daily, look a little closer. It has popped its head out of here. That's a good sign for sure. Okay, and on the daily, I get some bullish divergence on the RSI for sure. Okay. Which is good. So this is giving me signs that we're bottoming out, at least on the shorter time frame, like the daily. That'll probably, if we sustain this, even if we don't go up much, you'll see that translate into a weekly as well. But this is looking really good because this has been coming down and the RSI is stabilized and it's been just slightly moving to the upside, which is really nice. Okay, so bottom could be in now. It doesn't mean because it's a falling wedge, this has to, we get a retest. Doesn't mean it has to do that. We can absolutely come out of here and keep trickling down a little longer before we move up as well. So we're just kind of, it's going to play along with the sentiment in the market right now. But we're getting there. I don't think there's a whole lot of sellers left. The only thing I see happening is if, there's a big thing of fear that hits the market, you might see like one last, like a fear sell or dump. But I don't think it breaks out of this falling wedge. That's what matters to me right now. And when I look at the RSI, when I look at the strength coming into the chart, I think that even if we got a wick down, it would stay, it would possibly stay back in here, and we'd probably come out of here pretty strong. Okay, it would be like a strong bounce out of there. At least that's what I'm gathering from just looking at what the energy is in the indicators, right? So I think a bottom could be in or very close, and I don't think there's a whole lot of a downside short of, God knows what happens. If we go into nuclear war, then all bets are off, right? But I like what I'm seeing. And it's funny because so many people left in the last 30 days or 2 months, maybe. Like the last 6 weeks has been like the worst of like people leaving, and there's been so many accounts that have popped up attacking Richard Hart. I sent one to Fast recently. Remember that one I just sent you the other day?
Yep.
For your amusement. No, you sent that to me. I said, Fast Abdul. What did I send you?
There's lots of accounts that aren't very old that don't have that many followers that seem to be like dedicated Richard Hart FUD accounts.
Yeah, they're popping up all over the place. So this is kind of a good sign, man. And, that we've seen people inside the community really turn nasty and ugly and or just leave. What do you think about numbers? Is pretty much the numbers that you've seen with YouTube, with the other KOLs and Twitter, has it been really going down? Is it down quite a bit?
I think numbers on X have gone down, partially because X was suppressing different kinds of content. Like they took a shot at suppressing crypto, at suppressing gambling. They're suppressing non-native streams. So right now we're streaming on X and on YouTube, and they were pushing those numbers down if you were multi-streaming. So I've noticed a difference. Like even right now, like on X, it says 189 views for you. It should be 700, 800 by this point in the show.
X is definitely suppressing, and I don't know if it's everybody or just me, but I thought because I made some videos about...
No, it's everybody.
Okay.
I know. I see it all over.
Because I made, in my title of videos, I said war, and I don't know if Twitter saw that and was like, oh, he's going to report, I'm not an authorized person to report on the war, maybe, or whatever, and they just suppressed me.
I think it's because you're multi-streaming to YouTube as well as X. I had a conversation with Grok about it, and indicated that was like, yes, we are suppressing things that are on YouTube.
Really? Okay, because my YouTube numbers are great. They're normal.
Yeah.
And growing. I've been shocked, actually, at how many people are still tuned in.
Yeah, you have the subscriptions, so it's pulling up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the views on X for the multi-streaming are going down.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely noticed X.
But like as far as Pulse Chain goes, like there's less people talking and there's different people talking. I think the same people are listening mostly.
Okay. Okay. And guys,
we have the rise of different KOLs.
Okay. Okay. Anybody you want to do a shout out to or mention? But so we're going to do a members video after this. I think I want to do one tomorrow. We can postpone it, but I think we'll do one after this anyway. But I think we're going to get more clarity tomorrow for sure. So maybe I'll do another one later in the week. But yeah, there's a button. Just click join down below, and we do a stream where you can request TA for all your altcoins or anything you guys want to see. Because we had to make a small group, because as you guys know, liquidity is tiny. It's vanished. They're tiny market caps on these things. And so it only makes sense to have a smaller group doing it, because we're getting a few thousand views between X and YouTube even now. And if I'm talking about 50K, 100K market cap projects, nobody's going to get, it's just going to be a disaster. So we're going to do a stream after this, and you guys can join if you're a member. So just hit the join button, and then you get access to the videos. And there's a higher tier membership, and that's for people who want me to do the TA on an altcoin, and they want it sent to them privately. Okay, like a private video. And that would be for, let's say you want to build a position, you got a grand or $5,000, or I don't know how much you're putting in. You can't do that in a video. Our members group is already over 50, and so that's already a big enough group. So if you're trying to build a position and then 50 other people see it, they can move the price on you before you're even done watching the video or the TA on it, right? So that would
So you make them a private video?
I make you a private
just
video.
For them?
Yeah, I do my TA, but then I'll have like a 2-3 minute clip doing the TA, your zones, depending on what your goal is. If you're like, hey man, how's this looking? Where's the health? Where would you put your accumulation zones? Little things like that, which are important, because if you are trying to build a position on altcoin and you want to put in $1,500, you can't do it at one time. You got to do it over a week, and it doesn't make sense if you're trying to build a position and you've told everybody, announced that you want to look at this particular altcoin. So there's a higher tier membership where you can get it privately, and I send it out to you. So you guys need to post that in the Telegram group. And there's a private Telegram group, obviously, now too.
That's like $200-$300 tier? Or
No. I don't remember. I don't know if it's like $15 or $20 a month or something like that. It's not even that much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's no.
That seems like a good deal.
No, it's a phenomenal deal to get that. And once again, if there's too many people, that right now I think I'm already almost maxed out, because there's already at least a dozen people just on that tier, because it's going to take time. So I mean, if that number triples, then I have to like reassess it, because I can't be making it's a time thing too. But
700 videos a week.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll see what I can do and make it work like that, and figure how that's going to work. But it would be very profitable, right? Because then you can quietly kind of build your position. You have some decent TA, and not everyone sees what you're doing, So it depends. Yeah, it depends what your goals are, what you're up to. But for, I think it's like $7 a month, you get into the main one, and you get all the TA videos. You can request TA, join the live streams, and do it like that. And then obviously you get in the private telegrams too. So it also got to a point where I couldn't answer everybody's questions. So with the private telegram, obviously the higher tier members get first, and then everyone in the private, I'll be able to answer everyone's question fully. And don't forget Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram, because I've been talking to a lot of people on there too, which is a great way to connect with you guys. So Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. you should go there because I'm going to post alpha on there as well, away from all the looky-loos. So ETH BTC is looking good. I'm waiting for this drop down here to this breakout zone we've talked about many times before. I'm not going to go too deep into this one, but because we've talked about it many streams in depth. I'm looking at what happened back here. Did a similar move, 2021. We touched down on the breakout of this double bottom. We got not quite a same symmetrical double bottom, but a W type of double bottom here, okay? And I'm waiting for that touchback of this breakout, okay? And we're almost there. I've been watching this for a long time. Okay, so I'm on top of that. Let's go look at the BTC dominance. Now, this is really important, okay? Because this is hanging on the fucking edge, man. And, you know, there's a lot of ways to look at this. One, we never had really an ETH or alt season. And let's say that, you know, Peter Thiel is dumping. Who else was dumping? Warren Buffett. I don't know. Maybe the market is topped out, okay? And I'm not going to have time to go into the DJI on this video. Maybe I will really quick, but it does look like it could be topping out. Maybe they're saving the best for the last, and maybe this is about to say bye-bye on BTC dominance, okay? And maybe we get an altcoin season, okay? Especially now that everything's completely oversold. No one's paying attention to altcoins. I mean, nobody's fucking paying attention to it. It may be the most ideal time to run it. So it could happen anytime in the next week or two to in the next couple months, right? It could kick off, right? Really any time. So we need to be aware. Maybe we need to get through this March and April a little bit, and then it happens. I don't know, you know. But we talked about BTC. You know, could it go up for another run again, or is it just going to fall from here? And it's right there on the edge. The only reason I said could be double top is just because it did that before. I always look left to see what's happening in the past, but maybe an altcoin season is actually very close, because maybe we get through this little March blood moon, whatever, this initial shock and whatever else is going to happen, and then people feel a little comfortable and there's some positive news comes out and sentiment shifts, and maybe ETH runs, maybe it does, maybe altcoins just start running. It's tough to say, but BTC dominance, it looks like it wants to pull away, man. It wants to come down, okay, and it certainly has the space to do it. It's given all the clues that it's ready to do it. So that would be good. All right. That would clear the way, and we'd have an altcoin season, and then maybe that would be the end, and then the SPX, everything would start its nosedive or whatever correction into the end of the year. I don't know. Let's see. Let's look for some more clues, okay? Let's look at the Dixie first, and let's go to USDT dominance next, and then we'll go to the Dixie.
Hey, Wolf, I got to call it a day. I got another engagement here in 2 minutes, but pleasure chatting with you, sir.
Good seeing you, man.
You bet. Take care.
So here's USDT. It is bullish. Okay. It is what it is. It's very bullish. We could absolutely, you know, in the short term come down something like there before we continue, okay? So if you think of it as like a level, you know, somewhere like here, let's say, this purple line, maybe you come down, retest there, and then we launch. And maybe, hopefully, this move down can be our alt season or something like that, right? It's interesting, man. That would be really interesting, right? You literally sold a couple billion Pulse. Is that crypto bits? When you have infinite supply, I was afraid of that. Rackham's X's billions. I think that's been down. Everything's been down for years. I mean, yeah, everything hasn't been down for years, man. But look, there's a lot of tokens, man. And what you don't want to do is throw Pulse Chain into the bag with all these other fucking scam projects and useless projects. Okay, you don't want to get caught up in that everything's down. Like, certainly is not the case. A lot of things went up. Okay, it was an epic bull run. Okay, it's just your perception is messed up because there's too many tokens. There's just too many fucking projects, and you definitely don't want to just throw Pulse Chain into the crypto bag. You know, I like to think of it as a separate thing. I really do. I think it's better. I think it has more potential. I don't want to speak of it in that same bag as well. All this other garbage projects are down, so ours is down. It's like, fuck that. No, ours is special, man. I really think so. And an opportunity is going to come. So yeah, I mean, look at the weekly. We could be quite topped out on USDT dominance. Maybe we're due for a pullback and a run, and maybe that lines up well with others and what have you. We'll go look at those too. But let's look at the Dixie really quick, then we'll come right back. So once again, I'm no Dixie expert. Did I drew this last time? Wait, did that play out perfectly like I fucking drew it? So the Dixie, because the retest of that line? Yeah, it did perfectly. Okay. It's getting smacked down right now. It certainly looks like it could be bullish, but we could have a little tipsy down, a little more chop that would give us room to have an altcoin season with USDT, as I was pointing out before this turns around, because this absolutely looks like it wants to turn around and rip. Okay, and I guess I had already drawn this last time, right? You see some issues. Here's August 2021, and here we are now. So, we still have a little bit of room. We can fit in an alt season and something. Maybe this does something like this, and then it goes, or maybe it just comes up, turns and goes. I don't know. But eventually this is going to make a move to the upside. And I'm sure during the war they want to strengthen the dollar and not gold. A lot of people talk about, the gold is going to go nuts. Like, I'm not totally sure, because that also empowers your enemies as well. Maybe they want to really strengthen the dollar here. And the Dixie certainly looks like it wants to make a move to the upside. A very strong move. Okay, but there may be some time before it does that. Really quick, I can look at DJI. Yeah, it fell out. Okay, so there you go. There you go. Okay. There you go. I can move this right now. Yeah. And then it came back in. Nice. Was certainly seeing some fear there for sure. Okay. Yeah, could be topping out. Let's see what this is telling me. Jesus Christ. DJT is very bullish for the U.S., but absolutely could be topping out. Maybe it needs to come back down here. Interesting. What I say? We didn't look at others. We've seen that a million times. You guys know this one. Let's go look at this MACD. Let's see what's happened. It's crossed. Okay, it's crossed bullish. Okay, you can see I've got it circled. I think we started crossing even last week. Okay, this is on the monthly. So this could still waver a little bit. Okay, I've drawn an alternative here, but generally this is also extraordinarily bullish. So that's why I'm thinking, when you look at the BTC dominance, maybe there's space, and we're about to get a crazy alt season, and that would culminate with tops coming in, I suppose, right? That would be euphoria, and that could absolutely be the case. Okay, and certainly got my fingers crossed for it. Okay. Go look at Hex. We talked about this before. Certainly looks like it's bottoming. Okay. And yeah, guys, I think it could go on an epic tear, man. It's crossing here on the weekly. There's definitely some bottoming signs here. Okay, looking really good. And we'll look at Atropa really quick. Atropa is holding up like a fucking champion. Okay, absolute champ on the RSI. About to cross down here on the MACD. Looks almost like the others chart. If that others is going to play out, all these projects are going to go on a fucking tear. Okay, they are going to go on a tear, and it could take us. Let's say this started even in June and ran us into the end of the year, or ran us into at least the fall, maybe October, November. That could be very possible. That would mess people up. A lot of people are off sides. Maybe we start up here, and maybe March is still hairy, and then April we kick in gear. Maybe I think there's some special moon in June too. I don't know. Maybe it's a fucking up summer. Yeah, I mean that the way things have been playing out, that would be really interesting, right? So instead of summer being down, maybe altcoin season is all summer long. It could be crazy, right? Altcoin summer. Stuff's looking really good. Now oil is going nuts. Crude oil. Let's get crude. Crude is fucking going to go ballistic. Yeah, well, let's see what it did. What did it do back? This was 18. This is 20. It went up. What kind of retest does it do? So if you think about crude, this is zombie apocalypse, then it ran. It's already running now. Bottoms could be in. How would I have been charting this back here? So let's say this fell off a cliff. Would I have been like this? What do we got here? Is there anything I can learn from this? Yeah, I mean, that would be April 2025. Oil is already fucking getting up there. Huh. See the Bitcoin chart really quick, yeah. So 2026, here's gonna be here. Let's see what's going on here on gold. What's going on with gold? You know, we talked a lot about metals. We want metals to top out, and then what a mess. Okay, look. This is BTC to gold. All right. Get rid of this shit. If you come down here, I mean, absolutely looks like pretty strong reversal could be coming here. I mean, BTC's been crushed as well. Maybe Maybe all crypto could go on a tear. And BTC hits another high and then comes down. And then we get that dominance. And then others rips like crazy, right? I mean, this is goddamn low on that RSI. And look at that. I mean, this is gold BTC, right? And I mean, you know, you can speculate a lot. Like, is this going to be consistent? You know, like that would be a pretty crazy run on BTC in that case, right? If any of this plays out, I'm not crazy about this right now, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I wanted to see. What is it? I'll just go back to my drawing here. So if I look at this, I go to the weekly. Okay, and I come over here to gold. I mean, gold went on a tear here, right? You can see this ABC correction coming up in here. Really nice. I talked a little bit about this. Like, what if the top was here in December of 24? I talked a lot about that. Okay, I'm going to do this really quick. And, you know, there are things like these kind of corrections that are like very odd. And because all the euphoria was here, Donald Trump released a token here, okay? January, okay, whichever one of these you want to use, right? And this is when all the euphoria was, and this is when the president of the United States released a meme coin. It wasn't here at 126K or whatever that is. It was over here when we had 107, 108K. And that's why part of me thinks like the bear market actually started around here, the end of 2024, beginning of 2025, a type of bear market. Even though this went and made a high, there was really weird conditions on which it did it, right? And what if this is done and then gold, you know, did oh, what the fuck did I just turn on? Oops. Because I talked a lot about this being generally the bottom. Even if we get a wick down in a flash crash, I said, I don't see us consolidating a lot lower. What if this is something similar playing out, and it's about to go on like a tear? Because you see, if they're hitting the banks, if people are trying to move money, and we have, Bitcoin could become very popular very quickly, okay, and crypto in general, like crazy things could happen. What if it is something like that? What gold did before it went on a tear. Saying, well, it's good to see Chico Crypto back. He's live now. Chico Crypto? Is he? Didn't he have like a mental health breakdown or something? Should we see what's going on? Chico Crypto? Where's he at? But he was doing a lot of scams though, wasn't he? Wasn't he getting caught up in a ton of scams? He's not live right now. Oh, is he live? Okay, hang on.
Crypto yet, a lot of them are just quad bots, for devs, non-crypto devs. So he got them over onto Base. But this is the tweet. I think it's Base. But this is the tweet. I think is very important to Claude. I think, of course, Coinbase has a couple of AI-based cryptos listed.
Oh, he got married, got a kid. Okay.
Banker.
Good for him.
Which is very important to the AI agent ecosystem. If you want to see me do a video on Banker, and people were making a ton of money in a short amount of time. I mean, I think the highest we saw was...
Yeah, it will test your mental health.
How quick
I'm like at the edge of my fucking rope, man.
Scanned all 22,000, and this was back in January. Average, responsibly, safely, a little bit above, on the average, 122,000, 124,000, right about there. October 4th, it looks like the highest was December of 2025. Taking the average of right now is the time, as we can see, the market's crashed and the hype went away.
Yeah, this looks like a
but that doesn't mean it's
buy zone on that.
Coding is going to get done by these AI agents. Batch minted spam, fantasy bots. They're not nothing. Template bots, duplicates. Only 30 were real, and 10 had live. Austin is overseeing it, but no one's coding. It's only Claude. Clause start extending and build.
Okay, cool. All right, pups. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm still bullish because of the other chart, because the gold BTC ratio, because Bitcoin's time to shine could also be coming. Maybe crypto in general. There could be a big sentiment shift. Maybe stock market is topped up. Fine. Maybe we'll see a crazy rotation into things like Bitcoin, and maybe gold, just hangs out, and we see something really interesting happen. But our time is coming here. So you guys want to see an altcoin video? Oh, he was on drugs? He might have been. Here's what I can do a members video right after this. Okay, so make sure you go down below, click join, come to the members video, and you can request your altcoins. I do think I got to do another one this week, so maybe this one won't be too long, because I think we're gonna have a lot more information tomorrow night, and I think you guys are gonna want the best information possible this week. So maybe tonight should be short, and we'll do another one, longer one, like on Thursday, because I'm gonna live stream on Thursday or something like that. Right? We'll figure it out. And but yeah, so join so you can come to the private members Telegram as well. And remember, go to Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. And otherwise, just follow the links, Twitter, YouTube, and also go to the St. Wolf Vision Telegram, because I'm in there too, right? Yeah, we can end that meeting. What's going on here? Let's check the Telegram really quick. What's this? Somebody sent this. Oh, Frank White. Frank, thank you for trying to send that super chat, man. I think he was trying to post something as well. He put a link in there. I'm not sure what it was. So I really appreciate the super chats, guys. It was really awesome. You guys were great. Oil rallying is usually the beginning of the end of the current cycle. Yeah. But doesn't, we can still have an altcoin season, right? The rotation is due for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Check out William. Join the channel. Come to the members video right after this, and we'll do whatever charts you want, brother. All right. And then Thursday we got a special guest coming. I think the DTGC team is going to come talk to us for a little bit on Thursday. So definitely want to catch that stream, and we're going to have a lot more information about what we're doing, I think, by then, because maybe things are going to happen. Demand for escrow services in Dubai has surged 500% since the war started. No. Yeah, let's go look at that really quick. This is escrow services in Dubai have reportedly surged 500%. That's good if you're in the escrow business, I suppose. Girls got to make that money. They got those flights out of there are like $200,000. So if Iran launches missiles tonight, this might be my last weekend. God damn. What a world. What a crazy fucking world. Dubai police issues a clear warning. Anyone sharing rumors, false information, or anything contradicting official announcement risk imprisonment and a fine of no less than 200,000 reais. Wow. This is not an ordinary warning. It's a signal of panic at the heart of an empire that once seemed unsinkable. Dubai's image is shaking, and the world is watching. Ooh, yeah. Dubai also looks like they're streaming over there with, over here, Triplet Dad, Fast Abdul and Brandon. You guys go check that out. Okay, so Polymarket is betting a 24 chance a nuclear weapon is detonated this year, and you're bearish. What? This is going to get interesting. Wow. I mean, China's about to drop a big bomb. DeepSeek launches this week, multimodal, and rumored to be Claude Opus. All right, got AI wars are a real thing. OKX delisted Pulse Chain. Delistings are bullish. Yeah, they're bullish. They are. Mason is in Disneyland. Why are people going to Disneyland? Okay, well, listen to this really quick. I think that he's right about some things he's saying. What? There was a time when you could rip a heater, a cigarette at McDonald's. Okay, that's what this guy's worried about. Is that real? Is that real? I don't even know what's real anymore. Fuck, dude. Is this so? This is a car park in Dubai, okay? That normally you'd have to spend $5,000 a night for your car. Dubai hotel guest shelter in a car park. Is this real? I don't know. I guess it's real. It's Al Jazeera, so. Oh my God. Wow. Look, if I was there by myself, like I said, it's going to be a memory of a lifetime. But when you're there with your kids, your family, you know, wife, kids, grandma, it's a whole different scenario. Okay, an absolute horror show. Probably moms in there with little babies and kids and stuff. It's a whole nother situation, right? So let's hear this really quick. To give you context, he's speaking from the perspective that the goal is actually, which is what I was talking about to Fast Abdul for a second, is like the goal isn't a strategic thing, a regime change. They want to actually destroy the whole Middle East until Israel stands alone in full control of the region, like full control. Iraq, Libya, Syria already gone. Iran is next to be burned to the ground. So, you know, genocide may be part of the plan, actually, you know, absolute fear and genocide, because they just want control of the region. They want the land, very similar to what happened in Gaza, okay, which, don't kid yourselves, with full help and backing of the U.S. military. Okay, so that's the context here, is what he's talking about. Sound is off in the video. Did sound turn off? Oh, is it this button? What happened? Oh, you're right. What happened to the sound? No sound of the guy speaking. Hang on. I think, what do I do? That happens sometimes. lost the video anyway. Oh, that is weird. How did I reset that before? Check. 1, 2. Check. Okay. There we go. Okay.
The reality is this.
Oh, we lost him. See if it pops up again. I'll probably completely refresh, huh? Purim.
Sudden, complete reversal and rescue. The same God who turned Haman's day of death.
Okay. It's fucking shitty when people don't tag like who this guy is doing the thing. There.
Empire right now is Donald Trump. And if we look at what he wants, it's actually different from those nations that are poor actually have more energy. They're more Dubai had a reputation for being safe, and that's why people move their money there.
Oh,
Guess
yeah,
what, guys?
yeah.
After what the Iranians did, it's dead. Dubai as a city, in the long term, it is dead. Because you're a wealthy Westerner, you're not going to move to a place where it could be attacked anytime by the Iranians.
Oh, yo.
You might move to
Welcome
Singapore, you might move to Hong Kong,
What's up, man?
Japan,
And welcome
South America, but you're not moving to Dubai.
Somebody else
Okay?
joined too, right?
Okay?
Sparkle
So,
Tooth. What's up, man? Welcome to the
The
club.
reality is this. For the longest time, Dubai had a reputation for being safe, and that's why people moved their money there. Guess what, guys? After what the Iranians did, it's dead. Dubai as a city.
He could be right about that, you know, especially once you've seen those videos of people underground like that, you know, it'll always be a place, but to park your family there or think it's completely safe, it's probably not good.
Thing that
His video, he's cool, man. 'Cause I like game theory a lot, and he spoke with Sneeko. That's cool. Okay, here it is. I found it. Okay, let's listen to it.
World War I, World War II, this creates Pax Americana. Why? Because if capital is able to move to England, it's also able to move to America, right? And then you have the creation of the Federal Reserve. But now that America is burning, where do you go now? Well, you go to Israel. Why? Because first of all, Israel has nuclear weapons, so Israel will be safe. Second of all, the Middle East has been destroyed, right? Israel has no competitors. Iraq, Libya, Syria, they've all been burned to the ground. Iran is the last on the list. And so once you burn Iran to the ground, then Israel has complete dominance over the Middle East, and it can just rebuild the Middle East in a new image. And this new image will be one of AI surveillance. So ideas that you have, right? AI, digital currency, digital ID, you're going to face a lot of stiff resistance in America because Americans like their freedom. But hey, the Middle East has been destroyed. You can now replace your populations with Filipinos, with Chinese, with Indians, and then you can insert microchips into the bloodstreams, and now you have this perfect, surveillance state where everyone is monitored. But not only is everyone monitored, their emotions are constantly being calibrated, being controlled by their surveillance state. And so you basically have a slave state, and then you introduce transhumanism where all the rich people in the world, they can go to Jerusalem and experience all this transhumanist technology, organ transplants that allow them to live to 150 years. So that's the very idea of Pax Judaica, right? Capital needs to move to a more safe place, which is Israel, but also these oligarchs, they want to achieve a transhumanist vision of the world. And so Israel has this technology, but also they want to create a surveillance state in order to maintain permanent control of the world, and that's Pax Judaica. World I.
Wow. Yeah, really interesting. Guys that just joined, welcome to the club. You guys need to send me a screenshot in Telegram of your membership. Click the members tab, take a screenshot, send it to me, and I'll let you in the private Telegram. And everybody else come to the video right after this, and we'll do some TA and take some requests. But like I said, I think I'll do another one also this week. So this one's not going to be super long, but we'll do another one, extra one this week. So anyway, you guys take care. Stay up to date in the Telegrams and on X. And the bottoms I think they're close, man. I do. And then really it's going to be up only for the most part. I think we're going to be surprised at how bullish things will get and how fast they're going to get bullish. So anyway, everyone, appreciate it to us who smashed the like button, and we'll see you on Thursday night. All right.